Our next session is a creative virtual discussion with a familiar face and voice at Aries, Tina Ryan, who was the presenter of our two-day summit in 2019. Tina will lead the discussion on the ethics-first approach of startups in the real estate field and the standards they apply to their products. Tina will be joined by Nick Myers, founder and CEO of Red Fox AI, who is also part of the judging panel of the Tech Innovation Award, as well as finalists for this year.
Hi, I'm Tina Ryan. I hope you're enjoying the PropertyGuru Asia Real Estate Summit 2021 so far and learning a lot about data in PropTech, innovation, and sustainability. I'm so happy to be returning on the Asia Real Estate Summit stage, this time virtually. Now, I had the honor and pleasure of presenting the summit 2 years ago in person in Bangkok, where I met impressive global experts and founders of amazing startups that are making a difference in the property sector. Now, the year that I presented the summit in 2019, I met Temi, the AI personal robot assistant, which became super in demand during the global pandemic. Now, I'm also privileged to know in person the 2020 PropertyGuru Visionary of the Year awardee and international climate champion, Ilac Diaz, the founder of the Leader of Light Humanitarian Tech. Truly, innovators like them help us move forward responsibly and make us realize that we need to care about our communities and the built environment. 2 years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting the judges of the PropertyGuru Asia Real Estate Summit's Tech Innovation Award. What a treat it was to be in the company of innovators and visionaries who care about ethical and sustainable tech. One of those judges was Nick Myers, the founder and CEO of Red Fox AI, based in Wisconsin in the United States. This year, Nick returns for a third year judging the Tech Innovation Award, as well as debuts his company's latest innovation called VLab, a pioneering digital assistant platform that may very well become essential in real estate in the near future. Let's hear from Nick and his team's VLab Tech.
Thanks, Tina. Hello, everyone from Madison, Wisconsin. As Tina just mentioned, my name is Nick Myers, and I am the founder and CEO of Red Fox AI. At Red Fox AI, we help biotech and life sciences organizations leverage the innovative power of conversational AI to help improve home healthcare and at-home medical testing. However, we also work with organizations in any industry to help them determine how conversational AI can be best deployed to solve business problems and problems for customers. So over the last few years, we've primarily been working with tools like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. When we initially hopped into conversational AI back in 2018, Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, of course, were the primary voice assistants that most people used. So that's what we worked with, and that's what we built Red Fox AI upon. However, from the moment we started working with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, we knew we wanted to build our own conversational AI-powered digital assistant that could solve very specific problems for very niche industries. And it just so happened in late 2020, we started brainstorming how we could do this. And really the inspiration for what I'm about to talk about stems from an experience that I had as a child. So I am actually a survivor of childhood leukemia. At the age of 8, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and for several years underwent chemotherapy treatments both in the hospital and at home. And at that age, I had a very, very hard time taking oral medication. I just couldn't do it. I'd psych myself out. It just wasn't a good time for anybody. So ultimately, my doctors approached my parents and told them, well, Nick needs to get the chemo in him somehow. And the only other option to do this, if not taking pills, is injections. So my parents from that point forward had to give me chemotherapy injections at home. And they maybe got 15 to 20 minutes of training on how to do this in the hospital. You would think it would have been much longer, but it wasn't. So when the time finally came for them to give me these injections at home, I'll never forget sitting in our bathroom. They were dressed in like gloves and masks, and they looked like they were out of some zombie movie in hazmat gear because chemotherapy, you don't want to get on anything. But the moment they were about to give me these injections, they froze. They froze because they forgot the instructions in the moment. They froze because now in the moment, they had formed all these different questions that they wanted answered to make sure that these injections they were giving their son were being done the right way. And I'll never forget sitting there with this stress and just what I recall as terror across their face, because there was nothing in the moment that could help them. The only option they had was to call into my hospital. And I swear, for what felt like 40 minutes, it probably was much longer than that, they were on the phone being redirected by the phone system to the wrong departments, the wrong people, until finally they got in touch with my doctors. 40 minutes later, I'm just sitting there watching them struggle to try and take care of their kid, to give him this life-saving medication, just to get some simple questions answered and get some instructions, is something that shouldn't be a problem. And it is. And it is still a problem for millions of people who undergo any type of home therapeutic, whether that be chemo or something else, or take any at-home medical tests. So we decided in late 2020 that using conversational AI, we were going to solve this problem. And we think we built something that does solve this problem. So we finally decided to build our own digital assistant and went to work in early 2021 designing and building this proprietary digital assistant platform. And after several months of very hard work and many, many long nights, the result was VLab. And VLab is our digital assistant that we designed specifically to help facilitate at-home medical testing for patients. And we launched VLab over the summer, and it is readily available for deployment. Now, you may be wondering, what does this have to do with prop tech? What does this have to do with real estate? Well, really, the beautiful thing about our digital assistant platform is it can be configured to anything. We can configure it to serve any industry. That's the real power of conversational AI. So don't feel boxed in just because I said we built it for at-home medical testing. It really can serve any purpose for any industry. But what makes VLab different compared to Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant and even Siri? Well, first, VLab is web-based. Unlike Amazon Alexa, which has a piece of hardware or a standalone app, VLab can be deployed right onto a website. We look at Google Assistant, that is also in a standalone app or built into a piece of hardware. Same with Siri. VLab is web-based, can be deployed on any website, making it incredibly accessible from any desktop or any smartphone. No hardware, no app, the most accessible voice assistant that you can think of. We made that with VLab. VLab is also powered by industry-leading conversational AI, and it learns from each interaction with the person and gets smarter over time. It can also converse with people just like you or I would converse in a conversation, making it incredibly personable and helpful to the patient. It also has the ability to track, I say patient person. VLab has the ability to track a wide variety of data points and collect user insights like semantic data that currently not many organizations are able to collect and analyze. Even more, VLab can navigate any website. You don't have to touch, scroll, swipe, or any of that anymore. VLab can navigate all websites, take you to the place you need when you need it, allows users to submit contact forms. Truthfully, VLab becomes your all-in-one customer support center, offloading customer support from having people do that to it being fully automated. And it can even accept payment information that can be processed within your website's payment portal if you have that. So those are really some of the core features of VLab and what makes it stand apart from Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. However, enough of me talking. Let me introduce you to VLab.
Hi. My name is VLab. How can I help?
VLab, can you please introduce yourself to the attendees of the Asia Real Estate Summit?
Of course, Nick. Hi, everyone. My name is VLab, and I am the web-based digital assistant that can help you with, well, just about anything. I was originally designed to help with at-home medical testing, but can also be configured to help solve problems for real estate and prop tech.
That's great. Now, can you tell me what you are looking forward to the most at this year's virtual Asia Real Estate Summit?
Sure. I have always been fascinated by real estate and how technology can help make it better. More than anything, I am looking forward to the presentation by Susan Bennett, who is the original voice of Siri, my fifth cousin twice removed. Just kidding. But Siri and I do know one another.
That's great. I'm looking forward to that too. Thanks for introducing yourself, VLab.
No problem, Nick. If anyone wants to learn more about me and what we do at Red Fox AI, please get in touch with Nick or visit our website at www.redfox-ai.com.
So this simple conversation is just a sampling of what can be possible with VLab. If you're interested in learning more, or if you're interested in seeing a more comprehensive demo, please head over to our website and send an email to info@redfox-ai.com, or find me and connect with me. I'd be happy to help show you the possibilities with VLab and how it could help support your organization. Why is VLab sustainable tech? Well, as you all may know, our world has been rapidly transformed by the COVID-19 pandemic, and technology that was once expected to transform our world by 2030 is now accelerating by 100x as organizations seek to automate more of their processes and workforce. And as machines and technology begin to automate more and more processes, everything becomes more efficient, and there is a broad reduction in the amount of waste, both physically and digitally. And we view VLab as a crucial part of this digital transformation and migration to automation. When we look at the real estate and property market, it is currently beholden to mounds upon mounds of outdated manual labor. Imagine for a moment being able to use a digital assistant to manage every facet of real estate, from scheduling home or apartment showings to processing the paperwork. If you're a prop tech company, imagine being able to help buyers facilitate the entire process of researching and purchasing a property without ever having to interact with a human being, while honestly at the same time ensuring immense accuracy and reducing costly mistakes in the process. In the near future, it will be conversational AI-powered digital assistants that help us manage our lives in our homes and smart cities. In fact, in a TEDx talk that I gave back in 2019, I started by describing a world where your smart home digital assistant managed everything from your daily calendar to booking your travel to sending your car to the local mechanic shop for some routine maintenance, and even knowing which groceries to order and having them delivered to your doorstep. We are just beginning to scratch the surface of how conversational AI will impact property and real estate, and we strongly believe that a technology like VLab is setting the stage for a true digital revolution in prop tech, smart homes, and smart cities. And it is because of my firm belief in the positive human outcomes that new technology can create that I have chosen for a third year in a row to be a judge for the Asia Real Estate Summit Tech Innovation Award. One of the greatest joys that I have in life is discovering and learning about new, innovative, and sustainable technologies that aim to make our world a better place to live and thrive in. And it has been an absolute pleasure getting to learn about the different startups and companies working in sustainable tech over the last few years. And I cannot wait for you to see this year's winner and all of the incredible work that they are doing. So really, in closing, I can't wait to watch the announcement of this year's Tech Innovation Award winner later on in the program. And it is my pleasure to once again be involved in the PropertyGuru Asia Real Estate Summit. And thank you for attending this year's event while the world continues to navigate COVID-19. Please always remember to stay hungry, stay foolish, and stay healthy. Now, back to Tina Ryan in Manila. I cannot wait to see you all in person again soon.
Thank you, Nick. I can't wait to demo VLab and, of course, to meet again in person soon. Now, I will take you on a virtual journey around the world and discover what's happening in the PropTech startup scene. We'll begin our global tour with London-based pioneer and reuse marketplace, Globalchain. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone. Imagine that everything you see in this room could be reused and redistributed to charities, schools, and businesses within 24 hours. Unbelievable, right? Well, welcome to Globalchain, the largest ESG reuse marketplace. We connect corporate companies to charities, small businesses and individuals to reuse and redistribute unneeded items. We generate ESG data on the impact. So everything from retail fixtures, obsolete stock, all the way through to construction materials like ceiling tiles, flooring, carpets, fire doors. Companies list the items on our marketplace. We send out alerts to all the members. Whoever's interested requests it, picks up for free, and we generate social, economic and environmental impact data on the items. We know who took it, where it went, if it helped with upskilling, employment levels, and so on. Items get requested in the UK within 20 minutes, 24 hours internationally, and the companies can give to whoever they want at any time they want. We operate in UK, Spain, New York, and Texas. And we also have an internal reuse and loaning system that works like an asset inventory system that can be used within a private supply chain, and that's global. So in the past, historically, the construction built environment has been a little bit forgotten when it comes to innovation and implementing new ways of doing things. This is mainly due to kind of policy and legislation being pretty behind with how quickly everybody else is moving. Where we come in is we enable those organizations to do something that is simple, easy to use, that helps them reduce waste costs as well as generate impact through reusing materials. The benefits for companies using it from our technology is that we can consolidate systems rather than it being in silo. We offer audit trails and transparency through the technology. So at any point in time through the reuse of the product, you can see where the items go, who takes it, what they do with it, if it helps with intangible impacts like upskilling and employment levels. The ESG data obviously is very beneficial for reporting for different levels, from sustainability and waste reporting, tax offsetting, to even the shareholders with credit financing, bond risk, share pricing, IPO, and so on. And we can also help reduce carbon. All these things were recognised under LEED and BREEAM points for construction, strip out and demolition. And because we are leaders in reuse, we are very transparent and we provide an effortless way to reduce the waste for companies using our marketplace, which enables kind of almost like two languages being spoken, one from corporations and construction companies to the non-profits and small businesses. We hold no inventory in stock, which allows us to be very agile, lean and scalable to provide positive impact not only to the companies, but also impacting the communities. There really is infinite possibilities to where our technology can go and also what type of items can be put on the site. And to date, we've done over 8 million kilos diverted from landfill with an average request time of 20 minutes once they're listed. And we've helped over non-profits £4 million a year to non-profits to date, and saving an average medium-sized construction firm around £2 to £3 million a year in waste costs. So thank you for listening, and hope you use us soon.
Let's hear from one of the co-founders of Hong Kong-based Pave Limited, who will talk about the impact of personalized web links.
Hi everybody, it's Alan Schmoll here from Pave, CEO and co-founder of the company alongside my business partner Charlie Temple. And we're super excited to be involved in the 2021 PropertyGuru Tech Awards. So let's get started. What is Pave? At its core, we are an engagement tool that's built for real estate agents to help them not only win more business, but also do it at a much more efficient marketing ROI that they currently do things. How do we do that? Innovation. At its core, there are really three things that the Pave platform really focuses on addressing. One is speed, two is insights, and three is client experience. With our integration with a number of CRM platforms such as HubSpot and Salesforce, and we're looking at introducing integrations into others, contacts can be imported into the system, and then web proposals can be created and sent over to those buyers in a matter of seconds. What currently we see can take minutes or even sometimes hours depending on the complexity of proposals that are being made. And we all know the faster you get back to somebody, the more likely they are going to engage or stay engaged in a sales process. Number 2, insights. So what happens once these proposals get sent out? They are tracked at various different levels, from opens to time on page to photographs looked at, videos viewed, as well as even some interactive components like ratings and comments on properties. And we then aggregate all that information up and feed it back to the agent to give them not only information around the level of engagement with buyers, so they can decide who they follow up with and how to prioritize those follow-ups, but also, and importantly, it allows them to have a more human, insightful conversation with that buyer when they do follow up, for a call or a coffee or whatever it may be. Number 3, client experience. These web proposals allow a client or a prospective client to click a link, see details of the agent, photographs, bios, links to socials, as well as information about all the different properties that are being proposed, and it's all simply presented in one place. So it makes it a lot easier for the buyer to follow, and it's also very clean from a branding perspective that the agents like to see, because one of the pain points in the industry is inconsistency around messaging when salespeople reach out to buyers. So we're looking to do our part to try and solve for that. Moving along from innovation and on to the second focus point for the Innovation Awards this year, and that's around ethics. Ethics are obviously important to us as a company, but they're also important for our customers, and there are things that we do to help them with that. Because we all know the more ethical we are in business, the more that builds trust, the more that's good for reputations, and trust and reputations are good because you have happier clients, and happy clients are obviously more likely to come back and buy from you, as well as importantly refer other business your way. And this industry does rely and benefit from those word of mouth referrals. How do we do that? These proposals, at their core, they make the whole process a lot more transparent and less confusing for the buyer. So that means there's less surprises down the road, and there's less confusion and less friction in the process. And we feel that is good ethics. Finally, around sustainability. There are really 2 things that PAVE does for our customers to allow their business to be more sustainable. Number 1 is around virtualizing a lot of the experience, and there's a big push in prop tech to do that. Virtual inspections are obviously one thing, as well as 3D walkthroughs. How do we do that? Is we use some of that technology and other pieces of information that we can all bring online into one nice package, and that allows people to make informed decisions, without actually viewing the property, and certainly raises that bar for the need to actually go and view a property or view it multiple times, because they can answer a lot of their questions and get comfort through the online experience that we and others are providing. And that means less time in the car, less time on planes, and that's obviously good for the environment. Second to that is just around the paper trail, because a lot of this is online and it's easy to consume. There's less downloading, printing off documents, et cetera, that may have been required in the past. And that's really it. So I hope that's been helpful in addressing why we feel we're innovative, why we feel our ethics are good for ourselves and also for our customers, and how we address that, but also how we can be a responsible, sustainable business going forward. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity, and we're excited very much to be involved in the awards this year.
Headquartered in London, Arloid Automation has representative offices in Dubai, St. Petersburg, Singapore, as well as developed international partner network. Let's hear how their tech aims to address energy inefficiency in the real estate sector.
Hi, I'm Vlad, Chief Product Officer and co-founder of Arloid. Arloid is an artificial intelligence solution that helps buildings of different sizes and types to optimize on utilities consumption and reduce carbon footprint through automatic control of heating, ventilation, and air conditioning settings. Around 60% of all electricity worldwide is used by real estate, and 30% of that use is a pure waste. The reason is that only 2% of building managers use building management systems to target energy optimization. In order to solve that challenge, we've developed an AI solution based on the deep reinforcement learning approach that allows us to automatically control all the connected HVAC equipment in the building in real time without compromising on occupants' comfort. So with such an approach, we're looking to up to 40% decrease in carbon footprint, up to 40% decrease in utilities consumption, and also a significant improvement in occupants' comfort. At the moment, our solution is working with 15 million square feet of real estate across Middle East, Southeast Asia, China, and the United Kingdom. Across various real estate types, such as hotels, residential buildings, office buildings, shopping malls, hospitals, universities, and so on. The advantage of that technology is that it allows us to train our artificial intelligence based on only 30 days of fresh data, which essentially means that we can show the optimization results much, much faster. In fact, after 30 days. The next advantage is the personalization of the algorithm. So each building has its own algorithm that is created during the training process. And lastly is the way how it makes decisions. So there are no rules attached. It rather makes decisions in real time based on the data that it gets from the inside of the building and outside of the building. Our vision is to achieve the lowest energy consumption in real estate in the fastest and the most intelligent way. And to do it, we also work very closely with our partners, whom we involve to spread our vision across the world. And also we are working with them very carefully, making sure that we align on goals, beliefs, and the urge to make the better future. So I would like to conclude by saying that to solve the climate issue, real estate specifically needs to act now. Here at Arloid, we are ready to jump on this challenge to make a dream of a sustainable future a reality. Thank you.
In line with our virtual summit's theme this year about data, let's listen to the CEO of Switch Automation, a global real estate tech company that focuses on an integrated platform for Internet of Things ecosystems for smarter, greener buildings.
Hi, my name's Deb Noller. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Switch Automation. We're a global prop tech company, and what we do is build technology that helps customers that have large portfolios of buildings to harness the data out of their buildings. Things like energy billing, work orders, help desk tickets, but also on-premise systems like building management systems, lighting systems, energy metering. And what we do is we collect all of that information into a single secure hosting environment and then open that data up so that everybody right across the organization, including the service providers, can access that data. So it's a single source of the truth, it's a single pane of glass, and it allows everybody in the organization to use a single quality source of data. It's an extremely exciting industry to be a part of. It's really just getting going. It's at an inflection point. It's not just exciting for companies like us, it's actually really exciting for everybody who's involved in the industry. So this goes right through from the facilities managers who are on site, the technicians that go to buildings to fix things, the services industries who are servicing buildings, but also all of the people who work for real estate. It's really the whole start of a digital decade of transformation. So we think it's the future of real estate management and also the future of facilities management. And why this matters is because buildings are incredibly wasteful. Buildings use 40% of the world's energy and they contribute that much to the world's carbon emissions. Climate change has become a climate crisis, and all around the world the regulators in various geographies and the investors into real estate are making owners and operators of real estate really to focus on the bottom line, not just in cost, but also the environmental impact of buildings. So ESG is absolutely one of the things that's driving the uptake of our technology. And why this is exciting for us, but also the people that are managing these assets, is not only do they lower their environmental footprint on their expensive assets, but they're saving millions and millions of dollars off the bottom line in energy costs, but also in averted maintenance. So what our technology does is it helps people to really understand how their buildings are operating and digging into the data, how they're going to improve the impact of their buildings. So right across the landscape of PropTech, our competitive advantage is we're completely hardware and service agnostic. So what that means is if you've got a portfolio of buildings with various different hardware vendors right across your portfolio, we can bring all of that information into one place and it looks identical. So it doesn't really matter which BMS you're using, which lighting system you're using, which metering system you're using, which sensors you've deployed. We have harnessed that data, normalized it, harmonized it, and given you a standard data model so that you can look right across your portfolio, benchmark your buildings, measure the performance of not only the buildings, but also the teams and your vendors, and basically giving you that single pane of glass, allowing you to manage those buildings really efficiently. My co-founder and I actually don't come from the world of buildings and building science. We come from an IT world and enterprise IT. So everything that we think about is about scale and repeatable, sustainable rollouts. What we look at is how do we give you the tools to manage your entire portfolio in an incredibly consistent manner so that all of your data is in the same data model, all of your analytics are applied across that data model, all of your control schedules are applied across that data model, and you can basically do this at scale. So it's always the thing that we come back to is how does this scale? How does it scale for dozens of buildings? How does it scale for hundreds of buildings? How does it scale for thousands of buildings? And how does it scale for billions and billions and billions of data points? And if we can do that, then we're basically going to take a technology that will become the global standard for how people manage buildings globally.
Let's travel to Bangkok, Thailand, the home of startup company Locnation, which calls itself the first ever social travel marketplace. It will revolutionize the online travel booking model for the hospitality real estate segment.
Hi, I'm Pepe Aronchai, CEO and founder of Locnation. And today I'm going to share with you our tourism mission to revolutionize tourism industry. So, what is Locnation? Locnation is the first ever social travel marketplace with a mission of good for hotels and better for travelers. A one-stop social travel platform that brings the best deals, hotels, and news experiences for awesome travelers like you. Locnation was founded in 2018 and it was established to serve the unserved space, a space where foreigners can find the latest information on Thailand real estate market. And then the pandemic hit. People say crisis comes opportunity. We totally shifted our business model towards alternative state quarantine booking platform to solve pain points for travelers wishing to enter Thailand during the pandemic, together with Tourism Authority of Thailand. And this crisis makes us realize that we can have a positive impact to the world, not only for travelers, but those within the hospitality sector as well. We soon learned that there is a significant tension existed in the industry, whereas power is given and held by a few OTAs and limited for everyone else. Monopolistic competition made charging commission fee as high as 30% possible, although the COVID-19 outbreak loosened up the grip of monopolized power held by OTAs, and this paradigm shift provided hotels with a unique opportunity to reclaim their digital distribution. And this is the industry that no one else has been able to disrupt for 2 decades. So let me walk you through the most common steps that occurring in today's journey when making a booking. Travelers searching for hotels, comparing room rates through OTA, and make a booking on the website with the lowest rate they found. The major problem from this classic journey is that now, the vast majority of the bargaining power lies with the middleman. As a result, this OTA easily abused their dominating power by increasing the standard commission percentage and leveraging it even more during the holiday. And that's where our first main position comes in. We, as in Locnation, want to stand up for such hotels and properties affected by the imbalance of power by charging down to 0% commission. On the other hand, travelers nowadays have plenty of options to choose from when they want to make a booking. As you and nearly everyone else in the world have encountered before, When you browse through a few applications to compare prices, you will see almost the same price. And that's where price parity comes in. Price parity clause is the policies enforced by OTAs for the hotel to say the same price across platforms, even the hotel's rebooking channel itself. But the rebooking channels are on the rise, proven by the performance of chain hotels around the world by giving extra privileges and perks to the guests. And in Asia, powerhouses such as Expedia and Agoda lost as much as 40% market shares. However, for non-chain hotels that accumulated around 70% of the supply in the market, they do not have the resources and capability to make their own rebooking channel and loyalty program. Hence, our team see and decided to bring forward what we call offers, for each customer to be able to choose at least one extra benefits or privileges provided by the hotel in return of 0% commission that we didn't charge the hotel. So you will always get more benefits on every booking made on Locnation. From these two key differences mentioned, we believe that this concept will gradually shift the compass of the tourism industry towards sustainability more than it has ever been. And from this business model, we have yet unlocked another truly significant feature, the feature that none of the OTAs are able to provide. It is direct communication. From now on, accommodations can communicate really with the customers, whether it is a direct message, a review, or hotel's promotion post. All of this will be available on our website to serve travelers even better. I really do believe that this whole concept of possibilities can become reality. A reality that will elevate the tourism industry and end its long wait for becoming utterly sustainable through our platform and what we serve at Locnation. Thank you.
I've been fascinated by the power of tech and innovation in the property sector, but carbon emissions continue to rise annually. Building Transparency, a Washington state-based nonprofit, aims to reduce carbon emissions in the real estate sector.
Everything we build has a hidden climate impact due to embodied carbon. The carbon emissions generated from extracting resources, refining, manufacturing, and logistics. The embodied carbon of all the materials going into our buildings is hard to trace, but accounts for 11% of global emissions each year. You can't manage what you can't measure. So a consortium of industry leaders worked together to create a free, open-source, cloud-based tool called EC3. EC3 reveals the embodied carbon of the materials going into our buildings, so architects, engineers, and contractors can make informed choices, selecting materials with the lowest climate impact. For example, depending on how they were manufactured, one building component could have much lower embodied carbon than another that looks and performs the same. Autodesk understands the incredible value of EC3 in addressing embodied carbon in the built environment. Now, using the power of the Autodesk platform, material quantities can be extracted directly from BIM 360 into EC3 with the push of a button. Pulling embodied carbon data from environmental product declarations, EC3 compares the carbon intensity of locally available materials that meet required specifications. This enables fast, climate-smart substitutions. EC3 will play a critical role in reducing the carbon emissions of the 2 trillion square feet of buildings being built or undergoing significant renovation between now and 2050 worldwide. To help create a more sustainable built environment, EC3 and its BIM 360 integration are offered for free, which is good news for people and the planet. To find out more, visit buildingtransparency.org.
Hello, Down Under. Let's now visit Melbourne-based OneToOne Group, which uses sustainable technology instead of raw materials to show clients one-to-one scale models of their projects before they actually build them.
OneToOne Group was set up with a simple goal: to help people understand their plans. This single facility has enabled us to show many people their plans without having to build or construct any kind of display homes. By using augmented reality and projection technology, we're able to show people their homes in one-to-one scale using the one facility. This has enabled us to be fully sustainable. Further to this, by white labeling our projection technology and our scaling software, we're able to help other companies meet their sustainability goals by having their own projection center on site to show their customers their homes. Too often in Australia, the customer only gets to experience their house in one-to-one scale after walking onto site at framing stage. At this point, it's too late. If the frame needs to be modified, often that timber can't be reused and is scrapped. This adds to landfill and delays on site for the builder. Using projection technology, as well as augmented reality, we're able to show the customers their home in one-to-one scale before any work begins, and they're still at planning stage. It's a lot easier to change a line on a plan than it is to knock down a wall.
OneToOne Group has focused on sustainability from the beginning. The fact that you can give someone the experience of seeing and walking through their home before it's built without having to build showrooms or display homes makes it one of the most sustainable options out there to serve this need. In being able to package this to others, we've been able to increase their sustainability target to ensure everyone is given the opportunity to walk through their home. Being ethical has always been a core focus, and reducing waste has helped us achieve this. The importance of digitisation is becoming increasingly important as our world gets smaller and we become much more connected with people near and far. The pandemic may have sped this up, but it's proven to be a need in today's world. Innovation plays a huge role in this as we listen to our customers and iterate on our software to improve the experience and the service that we provide. We've taken 2D plans and brought them to life in our facility. We've then taken another step to provide this to our customers who want this experience out on site. We're only at the beginning, and the future holds some incredible plans for our team and how we will roll this out globally. Thank you.
We're now in Southeast Asia's green city, Singapore, where Novade is headquartered. With operations in Paris, London, Hong Kong, Jakarta, Tokyo, Sydney, New Delhi, Bangkok, Beijing, and Beirut, this company uses data to help the construction industry increase safety and productivity. Let's take a look.
I'm Denis Branton, the CEO and founder of Novade. Novade is a company that started 7 years ago in Singapore. And today, we're the market leader in APAC for construction management software. We're present in 20 countries, we have 100,000 users, and we're very proud to have a 96% customer rating from our clients. With Novade, our client can manage all their processes in the field with one app, fast and easy to use. They can manage quality, safety, reports, maintenance, workforce, and all their activities. With the data captured in the field, they can help to understand what's going on, and they can streamline operations. One of the most popular use cases for Novade is actually the digitization of the handover process for residential buildings. It is an application that is used widely in Singapore and across Southeast Asia by all key real estate developers. Today, we are trusted by the world's largest contractors, developers, and facility operators. And we help our clients to improve their productivity, their quality, and their safety in the field. Novade is used on iconic residential projects across the world, and today we are deploying our applications across Asia and Europe. Now, our vision is to really change the way field management works in the field, using technology and artificial intelligence. We believe that in the future we'll have smart operations leveraged with AI. It all starts with being able to define processes in the field. With the applications, you can actually automate these processes, and with the data captures, you can create dashboards and understand what's going on. But the future leveraging AI is going to be predictive analytics, and even at some stage, we expect that software will help people in the field to make recommendations on what needs to be done so they can be more efficient. And we believe it's a tremendous opportunity here to just improve the way the industry operates. McKinsey has done some surveys that shows that 25% of the industry should be improved in terms of productivity if we apply technology and we automate processes. Now, we believe this matters a lot because there's 200 million workers on construction sites every day. We want to help them to move towards site performing at their peaks with data from everything and everyone in real time. The construction industry is a dangerous industry. There's 20,000 fatal casualties every year. We want to move towards an industry where everyone goes home safely every day when AI predicts incidents before they happen. And the construction industry and the building industry represents 40% of CO2 emissions globally. So we want to help the industry to move towards sustainable construction, no wastage, with greater efficiency, using fewer resources to reduce our carbon footprint. There's a lot of conversations, and discussions across the world recently around ESG goals, and a lot of companies are trying to set goals to operate better in terms of CO2 emissions. But we believe that one of the key challenges is that in the first place, we need to be able to measure what's happening in the field. So we hope that Novade is going to be one of these companies that can help anyone in the industry to measure and understand what's going on in the field so that all of us together, we can improve our carbon footprint emissions. We believe technology can make a difference, but there is only one way it will succeed: from the ground up.
And finally, we have Yuhu, a clean air platform to improve well-being, reduce deaths, and enable safe return to healthy buildings. Yuhu operates here in Manila, Philippines, and is headquartered in Singapore, where they were recently awarded the Singapore Green Building Council certification. Let's hear it from Yuhu.
Hi everyone, my name is Dustin. Our company Yuhu and our technology is all about sustainability and impact. Our latest solution, the Yuhu Aura, is the most comprehensive air quality monitoring solution, measuring 13 parameters with a patented coronavirus index to help companies create healthier, safer, and more sustainable workplaces and buildings. As a company, we also have a clear sustainability pledge that ensures all the actions that we take are guided by this pledge. Our pledge focuses on contributing to 5 UN SDGs. These are SDG 3, Health and Well-being, SDG 5, Gender Equality, SDG 11, Sustainable and Smart Cities, SDG 12, Responsible Production and Consumption, and SDG 17, Partnership for the Goals. Although it is difficult for us as a startup to commit to these UN SDGs due to our limited resources, we still always choose to do things the right way and the sustainable way. Examples of some of the things that we do that adhere to this include making sure that the Yuhu Aura, from its raw materials to its manufacturing to the energy it consumes, all the way to its packaging, is environmentally friendly and green. This has allowed us to achieve a Green Building Product Certificate from the Singapore Green Building Council. We also make sure that we place diversity and inclusion as priority when we conduct our hiring. Right now, at least 50% of the team leads and management in our team are female. We also partner with governments and companies in creating educational materials about the importance of the air that we breathe, and utilizing our data from our solution to help governments and companies develop better policies about health, environment, and the planet. Aside from our own company initiatives and values, our solution directly impacts and improves our clients' sustainability initiatives by helping them create a healthier and safer workplace for their employees, and also help them achieve sustainability certifications for their offices and their buildings. We also continuously build more intelligence to help our clients decarbonize their buildings through data-driven building management. Our company and technology breathes sustainability and impact.
Thank you all for joining me today as we visited different locations and heard from startup founders and leaders. Stay tuned until the end of the summit to find out who will be the winner of this year's Tech Innovation Award, as well as meet the first female recipient of the PropertyGuru Visionary of the Year Award as chosen by the editors of PropertyGuru Property Report magazine. This has been Tina Ryan. Stay safe wherever you are and keep inspiring innovators.